Hello guys and welcome back to Car Obsession. You joined me in a very nasty storm. Welcome to Storm Dennis. Thank you Dennis, you have really cocked up today's filming. The weather is awful. Anyway, enough about the awful British weather, because what you really want to see are two Civic Type Rs. So of course I'm joined by my very own JDM Civic Type R, nicknamed Olaf. But that's not all, because I'm also joined by another Type R. This one is a UK version. This is a Premier Edition belonging to fellow YouTuber Petrol Head TV. So weirdly enough, I've done lots of searching. I can't find any videos where a JDM Civic Type R is compared to a UK Civic Type R. Now, a good friend of the channel, Pocket Rockets, he did do a video, but that was a static one, and his UK Civic Type R is heavily modified. His one is a track car, so not really a fair comparison. Whereas Dan's car is pretty much standard. There are a few things that have been done to it. So it's decatted, it's on lowering springs, and it's got one or two other bits, but for the most part, it is standard. Trying to find a standard EP3 is kind of like trying to find a snowman in hell. It's pretty much impossible. Anyway, the weather is awful. There's loads of water on the camera lens, so it's about time I get inside the lovely dry cars. So, hello. Welcome to the channel, Dan and also Chris. So this is quite a big collaboration today. So we've got Chris in the back. His channel is Dreams to Drive. He is assisting with filming today. We were hoping to get some kind of following footage because he's got his Octavia here. What's the name for your Octavia again?
The RS.
No.
Otto.
Otto, that's it.
Otto.
I couldn't remember what it was called. But because the weather's so bad, banger right here, mate. Okay. You're good to go. Yeah, because the weather's so crap, poor Chris can't really do much, but you can just enjoy the ride. And of course, I've got Dan, he's in the driver's seat. Nice. His channel is Petrol Head TV. So yeah, so we start off, of course, in the UK version. So this is sold in the UK between 2001 and 2005. This is one of the more special ones because this is the Premier Edition. So you've got red carpet, you've got the Momo steering wheel, and of course you have these wonderful Recaro seats, which they are fantastic to sit in. One thing I will say, I do find they are sat a bit high for my liking, but that's me being picky. So this car is pretty much standard. Trying to find a standard EP3 is very difficult. I did try my hardest to find the most standard one I could find. So anyway, before I talk too much and take over this video, Dan, talk us about your car and what you've done to it. Or I know some bits were done before you bought the car.
Yeah, so this is my 2006 EP3. I haven't personally done much to this car. I haven't added any modifications, but the previous owner did add a decat. It's got the standard back box on it still though. It's got air filter from an S2000. It's got rear adjustable camber arms, and that's about it really. It hasn't got much on it at all. I've added some visual stuff like a sun strip, but I haven't really done much to it yet. I've got a lot more plans coming through those. So.
Oh, okay. What sort of plans?
Well, I want to wrap it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What colour?
I won't reveal that.
Oh.
I want to put that on my channel, but yeah, I'm interested in wrapping it. I don't really want to do anything power-wise to the car. I'd love to do like a different exhaust system to make it sound a bit nicer, maybe. Yeah. Definitely change the induction. I quite like the look of the Tequila one, so we've got to not stretch it. Yeah, go on, give it some, mate. Oh yeah. It's amazing how much quicker these feel from the passenger seat. They're quick anyway, but the passenger seat, it really feels rapid, properly rapid. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm in the passenger seat and not the driver's seat, well, because I now work in the motor trade, my insurance company, they won't cover me to drive other vehicles, which is very annoying. So there's nothing I've done wrong, it's just because I've changed the profession. So yeah, so I'm going to enjoy the car as a passenger, and enjoy it I am, because you've got a bit of a sharp kink coming up, mate. So obviously these can be quite playful when it's wet. Bang a left here, buddy. So let's talk performance stats. We all love a performance stat. So both cars feature a naturally aspirated 2-litre VTEC engine. So apologies if there's a bit of disturbance on the audio. We do need to put the heaters on because we are steaming up. We've got 3 of us in here. It's quite a cosy cabin, let's say. So we are going to put the heaters up, so apologies. We have to, we've got no choice about that really. So yes, performance stats. 2 litre naturally aspirated engine. The UK version has 200 horsepower along with 196 newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox and front wheel drive. The facelift hits 62 miles per hour in 6.6 seconds, and the top speed is, oh god, that's completely eluded me. I believe it's 143 miles per hour, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds right, but if I'm incorrect,
I think it might be a bit more.
Oh really?
Yes, 100, maybe 147, something like that.
Yeah, that actually sounds more right. So yeah, so these figures are from the top of my head, so they may be a little bit out. Now, one thing the UK version never got, and it's something I will speak about when we jump into my JDM one, is it never got a limited slick diff. So in conditions like this, they can be prone, let's say, to a bit of lift up oversteer. So hopefully you won't get too much of that today. Don't get me wrong, that's fun, but yeah, we don't want to end up in a crash. Anyway, back to Dan. You know, how long have you had this car?
So I've had it just over a year now, like just slightly over. Yeah, about a year.
And what drew you to the world of VTEC?
I was never actually a fan of Japanese cars.
Oh really?
Yeah, so don't shoot me down, anyone. But I kind of liked the whole VXR scene, so I had a VXR.
Okay.
And I really didn't like it very much because it's so unreliable. So basically we was driving down the road one day, me and my partner, and one of these drove past me, and she said, why don't you have a look at one of them? And I've always seen them before and thought, I'm not really keen on them, like how this car is set up, like the gear stick on the dash and things like that. To me it looked ugly at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me just go check one out, and it turns out my friend Ant was selling one at the time. So yeah, we went out, we did actually a video in that, so if you want to see that, go to my channel. But yeah, I went out in the car and absolutely fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And ever since then, yeah, I'm just an absolute massive Japanese car lover.
One thing I have to say, one thing I'm very impressed by on your car is ride comfort.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
genuinely.
Okay. On roads like this, yes, it's not too bad. These roads around here are actually very, very nice. Near where I live, there's quite a lot of potholes.
Yeah.
And when you do hit the potholes in this,
you know about
absolutely feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you do take this car to a good set of roads like this, it's amazing.
Yeah. And you know, this has been dropped by 30mm, but yeah, I'll tell you what, just turn around here, buddy.
Right, go back the other way?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But, you know, although it's been dropped by 30mm, that's quite a healthy, you know, chunk. It still feels, well, I feel comfortable in the passenger seat. Chris, what about you? How are you doing in the back?
Yeah, what's the rear like?
Very nice. It's yeah, it's
Have you been in an EP3 before?
Ever time in a VTEC powered car.
Way! We got a VTEC Virgin. We've got a VTEC Virgin. How are you enjoying it so far?
Vehicle Virgin. It's really nice. Yeah, the power on it is amazing. I didn't expect it. Like you said earlier, it is like a turbo.
Yeah.
And coming from a turbo car, I can sort of speak with some sort of authority there, but it really pulls, and I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, good job.
I mean, in the wet it does spin a lot.
Yeah.
In the dry, it's
Yeah.
totally
What
different
tyres
story.
have you
I haven't got very good tyres in it at the moment, but I'm going to put Michelin Pilot Sport 4s
Yeah,
on
they're
it
really good
in the next month. So yeah.
Have you not considered Eagle F1s? Because they're meant to be very highly rated for this car.
I'd consider anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
I'll tell you what though, you know, for a car that's done, you know, your car's done quite a few thousand miles.
Yeah, 142,000.
Obviously, I know I can't comment as a driver, but from a passenger, it feels as tight as a drum.
It does.
It feels, you know, if you told me this had done half the mileage, I would believe you.
This car, when I first drove it, felt 10 times newer than my VXR. My VXR was on 50, 60,000 miles.
Yeah.
This is done, 142.
Oh yeah.
Very wet.
See, this is how an EP3 Civic Type R should be driven. Frantic, hectic, as if the world is about to end, which I think it is with Storm Dennis. This weather is almost apocalyptic.
But it isn't going to stop us.
It isn't, no. Oh yeah. I don't want to sound like an old man, but they don't make them like this anymore. They simply don't.
Oh, so it's computers nowadays.
Yeah. I love how raw these things are. Absolutely love it.
This is standard, isn't it?
This is completely standard. So to look at the inside of Olaf, my JDM, it looks pretty much exactly the same as Dan's. That's because the interior is nigh on the same as the Premier Edition. In fact, the only real differences I can think of is, for whatever reason, the rear seats don't get headrests.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very odd. So the pre-facelift JDMs, they had the Recaro seats, but they were all red, which I actually prefer.
I like them as well.
Yeah, in my opinion, they look better. But for the facelift, they've gone for the exact same seats as the Premier Edition. So that's why some people, well, I've had one or two people come up to me, well, not come up to me, comment and go, "Oh, yours isn't a real JDM; it's just a Premier Edition painted white."
Well, yeah.
No, it is not. This is the real McCoy.
Speaking of white, I completely forgot to mention the most obvious difference between a UK Civic Type R and a JDM version, probably because it almost goes without saying. However, in case you don't know, the JDM version was offered in Championship White along with matching alloys, whereas the UK version wasn't.
Right, anyway, let's get some driving going.
Oh, it's a lot more softer.
Really? You do
Wow.
surprise me.
Oh, it's like we're riding on sponges. This is lovely.
Right, we are good, aren't we?
We are good.
Give it the beans. So, as I mentioned earlier, what the JDM has that the UK version lacks is a limited slip diff. So on days like today, it is very much welcome, because it means, oh yeah,
Definitely sticks to the road a lot better than my one.
oh, bit of that complaining there. Oh. So yeah, what I love about the JDM version, and these are a lot more money than the UK versions, I won't lie, but the limited slip diff,
Triple the price.
yeah, the limited slip diff really makes a difference. Now, some of you cynics will say, well, just buy a UK one and fit a limited slip diff to it. Yeah, you can do that, don't get me wrong, that would be cheaper,
Yeah.
but you know, just having the rarity and the exclusivity, I can't get my words out, of the JDM, it just feels more special.
It does feel very special.
So like Dan's one, I've got a Momo steering wheel, I've got the Recaro seats, so the interior is, like I've said, pretty much the same, but the engine and the gearbox for that matter are different. So this has got the same engine and gearbox from a DC5 Integra Type R. So Dan's car, that's got the K20A2 engine, if we're going to be really nerdy, whereas I've got the K20A, well, just the K20A, there's no 2 at the end. So the engines are very similar, but also a bit different. So my engine has 215 horsepower. Okay, it's only 15 more, that's 1.5, not 5.0. So, no, there's not much in it, if I'm going to be honest. The torque figure is about the same. I think this has got 202 Newton meters, so again, about the same. This is a bit faster to 62 miles per hour. This is 0.2 seconds faster, so this will do it in 6.4 seconds. But I actually think, if I'm not mistaken, the JDM has actually got a slightly lower top speed. Well, this one certainly has, because it's import. This is still actually limited to 110 miles per hour.
Is it really?
Mm.
Okay.
And the speedo is in kilometres.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, Type R's definitely feel faster in the passenger seat, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel quite as dramatic now I'm in the driver's seat. But, you know, what are your thoughts now?
I don't know what your opinion is, but obviously I haven't driven this and you haven't driven mine, which is quite annoying, isn't it?
It is annoying, but insurance.
From the passenger seat, this feels a bit slower. Now, I don't know whether that's because I've got a D-cat
Yeah.
or not, or it's just my head playing tricks on me. I don't know, because I'm not in control of the car.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this feels a bit slower. But this
really?
This
Okay.
feels smoother, more attached to the road, and a lot more comfortable.
I think that's your brain playing tricks on you, because I feel the same, but it just feels less frantic in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in yours, Dan, I want to see when it was loud and it was frantic in here, it feels far more
Calm and collected.
Yeah.
So it's like, you probably won't go the same speed, but Aaron's is definitely smoother.
It is.
The gear ratios are actually a little bit different. So the UK version, the gear ratios are a little bit longer,
Yeah.
whereas for the JDM they're a little bit shorter. But weirdly, if I'm not mistaken, VTEC actually kicks in a little bit later on the JDM versions than the UK version, but this revs out at a higher red line. So this, you know, the JDM one, I think you get this revs out by around 300 extra revs.
Okay.
So it's not much, but yeah, it probably makes a small difference.
Yeah.
Of course, I've still got the lovely 6-speed manual gearbox at my disposal. Honda have absolutely nailed it with this gearbox. Well, for any Type R for that matter.
Yeah.
I've not stepped into any Type R, whether that's a Civic or, you know, an Integra. I've not been lucky enough to drive the NSX Type R, sadly. I've never got in the car and thought, oh my god, this gear change is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just lovely to rev match. But it's just having that limited slip diff, it really does give you that confidence in the
It
corners.
definitely helps as well.
And it does help to get the power down as well. One thing that is great about this car, but also not great at the same time, and you know the same goes for Dan's car, is that because you really need to rag it to get the most out of it. Sometimes when you just want to go out for a drive and you want to enjoy it without, you know, driving like a hoonigan, it's difficult because, you know, you really need to thrash it to get the most out of it. You know, as much as my wife will kill me for saying this, I would like to experience this on track. Not on a regular basis. I just want to take it on track once, just once, just to really see what this thing can do. Because, you know, these are so kind of race orientated. You know, you get a sense. You just turn the wheels a few hundred yards, you get a sense. You know, this feels like it was made to be on the racetrack.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the only reason I still haven't been on a racetrack yet is because it is my only car.
Yeah.
And when I do get another car, I'm definitely looking to do it a track day. Like you said, I don't really want to do it on a regular basis because I am in love with my car.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't want anything bad happening to it, so I'm looking to doing one as well. So
Yeah.
just to see what mine is like as well on the track.
Yeah, Chris, what are your thoughts on both of the Civic Type R's?
Yeah, it'd be cool to hear someone's view on that.
Especially from a VTEC Virgin.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I really, you know what, I really like it. I definitely think with Dan's one, I think the DCAT and slight mods that it's had done do make it a very different car.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Like when we were on this road particularly, it felt a little more twitchy.
Yeah.
But still enjoyable. Stand everything, but they're both really well put together. The car it sound good as well.
Now, I'm usually a very bad passenger, but seeing how this car is handling these roads, I feel very, very confident now and that this car is just, you know, it's going to stick.
Yeah.
It seems to be, it sort of like absorbs all the lumps and bumps.
It does.
Yeah.
If I was out here with focus, I'd know about every bump, every hole, everything.
Yeah.
I'd end up in that bush. But it just seems to absorb everything really easily.
Yeah, I must admit, it's been a while since I've driven Olaf, and I have genuinely forgotten just how supple he is.
Yeah.
He flows quite nicely down here.
Yeah, you're not being thrown about.
No.
Obviously, you guys are being even less thrown about than I am. You've got
Yeah, that's
support.
true, that's true.
I'm currently hanging on.
Hanging on for dear life.
I would suggest walk stabiliser on this road there. Like down this road specifically, you know, it just feels nice. This road is not a forgiving road for starters.
Yeah.
But it just seems to absorb all the lumps, all the, the imperfections in the road.
Yeah.
I think if I was in Dan's position as well, I'd feel equally as confident in the car itself.
Yeah.
But as a first timer, I am quite impressed with both cars.
Yeah, they definitely offer up something that, as I said earlier, you can't really find anymore.
This is where they thrive. On big roads like this is where they absolutely come alive.
Really feel that diff working there.
Absolutely amazing.
It doesn't feel like a 2-litre car. It feels even more than that.
You reckon it feels more?
Yeah, I would say it's like it's the phrase greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
The whole combo of what makes a Civic Type R actually then sort of stands out more on the B roads.
Whew.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
I genuinely need a few moments after that. Whew.
Like a cigarette will stay outside.
I don't smoke, but I've just decided now I do. But yeah, I think tyres might be smoking a bit.
Gloves, Aaron, you can get a plate.
Yeah. Wow. Literally. Oh, what I love about VTEC is, genuinely, I'm not just saying this to be, you know, kind of over dramatic, but it really is an adrenaline hit. Literally. What are you two doing?
Sorry, he's caught it. He's somehow wrapped. He's wrapped his microphone cable around the seatbelt.
How has that happened?
I don't know how you've done that.
Hang on.
Oh, you silly sausage. But yeah, literally,
That's it.
just
Sorted.
when you take these out for a blast, I compare it to like a roller coaster, because you sort of go up. As you climb the VTEC, you kind of hit the peak of the roller coaster. As you hit VTEC, you go down. It's just, I just think VTEC is very much like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's just,
It feels quite progressive power.
yeah,
Like it's not uncontrollable. Like if you had a big turbo, and
Yeah.
it suddenly kicked in.
and it's boosty.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's still controllable. It's just the power.
Yeah, but there have been some times where I've taken this car out, and genuinely at the end, I wouldn't say I'm out of breath, but I'm like, whoo, just like a bit like I'm now, really. But yeah, obviously, guys, the weather has been against us. This video hasn't. Well, it probably won't come out how I want it to, but you know, me and Dan have been organising this for such a long time. I think we've put it off twice.
Yeah.
We almost put it off today, but you know, I don't like to muck people about, and I thought if I don't film it today, I don't know when I'm going to film it, because I'm quite busy the next few weekends. I'm sure you're doing a few bits as well. So yeah, no, a massive thank you for you guys watching. A massive thank you for Dan and Chris for coming out on such an awful day. They must be madder than I am, because you know, I don't mind coming out, but I've dragged these two out with me.
We're just car obsessed, aren't we?
Exactly. But yeah, just a quick reminder, please check out their channels as well, Petrol Head TV and Dreams to Drive. I'll put the links for the channel in the video description below. But yeah, let us know what you prefer. You know, would you prefer a UK version or would you prefer a JDM version? It'd be great to hear your thoughts, and if you've own a JDM or if you've driven one, you know, it'd be good to get your thoughts. But yeah, before I waffle on too much, too late for that, it really is time for us to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and ring my bell so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.